Hi again then guys, and welcome to a video on a Sunday. What is going on here? We usually do the competitions, but this of course is special circumstances. We do not usually get Kaz's silhouettes released on a Sunday, but we have, so of course that takes priority. Now, 5 of these 7 cars have already been visually confirmed, and of course, if you were already subscribed to the channel over the previous couple of weeks, you'll have seen these, but we have a couple which, as far as I'm aware, were partially rumoured but not confirmed, and one of them in particular is exciting to me, although the potential category that it's probably going to be in isn't. So we'll get to that in a second. So first up, working from left to right, top to bottom, we have, of course, the unmistakable shape of a Pontiac Firebird Trans Am. This car was a muscle car that I've never been a huge fan of, and I know that's sacrilegious to say. I'm more of a fan of stuff like the Charger and the Chevelle. I like the big, boxy muscle cars more, whereas this one is an icon, that's for sure. And as far as liveries go, it's one of the most iconic looks for any muscle car. And in GT6, it was pretty much the best muscle car in the game in terms of bang for buck. Only 30,000 credits. The power was well over 700 horsepower tuned, one of the highest top speeds of any muscle car in the game, and some pretty crazy visual modifications. Now, of course, it's not going to be quite that extreme now, because we don't even have any visual modifications, but it's going to be interesting to see how it does. Next up, of course, we have a very exciting newcomer, and of course, a confirmed car. Even if it wasn't confirmed, this would be pretty easy to spot, the Ferrari F50. Of course, we already knew it was coming, we've already seen it in the live FIA events. Very cool, interesting to see how much that one will cost. Next up, the third one is again a car which was confirmed, probably the most badass car of the pack, I think, the McLaren P1 GTR. Now, of course, I predicted, or I didn't predict, I said based on the image that I saw, that I thought this was going to cost 16.4 million credits, I think it was, because that was the number on screen. And, of course, every comment on the video was about that, never mind the rest of the stuff that I'd said, of course. But it wasn't 16.4 million, of course, that was the total bank account, because obviously it was late in the day. I don't make videos at night time for a reason, and that was why. I was tired. But the car is going to be probably more in the region of, say, 3 million, something like that. So we'll have to wait and see. We already know it's in Group X, which is unfortunate, but it is going to be doubtless a very quick car anyway. Next up, of course, we have another confirmed one, a car which a lot of you are looking forward to, the Sung Kang, I believe his name is, 240Z Datsun with the GTR engine, if I recall correctly. It's got the wide arch kit. A lot of people were complaining that it wasn't the standard Datsun instead. To be honest with you, I'm glad it's this one, because I've never had any interest in the stock Datsuns. I barely ever used them in Gran Turismo's past, so at least this one's got a bit more of a visual flair to it. Next up, we have another confirmed car. But funnily enough, it's actually a fairly understated shape when you turn it into a silhouette, because this is, of course, the C2 Corvette, the classic, which I confirmed about a week or so ago. And I would say that if you didn't know that this was a Corvette, I probably wouldn't have guessed that, to be honest, based on the silhouette. I might have said something like an old school Aston, like a DB5 or something, because to me it just doesn't look like a Corvette in the silhouette, but it has been confirmed. Now the next one, the second to last, this one's very exciting to me, not in terms of the category, because I believe based on the BMW i3 that this is probably going to be in Group X, which would also explain why we haven't seen it used in any live events. I believe this is the Tesla. I think we are seeing a return of the Tesla Model S. Now, whether or not it will be a new version, like a P85D or a P90D, that would be cool, it would be very cool. But I don't think it is. I think it's going to be the same one that we had before, the signature performance around whatever it was, 420 horsepower, I think, something like that, or around 400, rear-wheel drive, so it's not as monstrous as the later ones, but again, I'm happy to see it back. We have very few electric cars, especially production ones, and I'm a huge Tesla fan, so I think that's cool. And finally, of course, we have the last confirmed vehicle, which was easily overshadowed by the McLaren GTR announcement, but still a great car which a ton of people have wanted to see back. Of course, the BMW E92 M3. One of the final incarnations of the M3, you could say. I believe there was just the 4-door version after this. So yeah, very, very cool car. Doubtless a ton of people will love to use it, and it will make a great rival as well to stuff like the Maserati, which we had recently, the Jaguar F-Type potentially, with a little bit of detuning, the Aston Vantage. So yeah, pretty cool pack. It's not 9 cars, which I know a lot of people will be disappointed by, but we have had quite a few with 7 instead. So all of these cars alongside the new Tokyo route, it's looking to be a pretty cool pack. So overall, of course, stick around on the channel for more news. I will be breaking down the trailer when we get closer to the time for confirmation of these cars, or at least the 2 that weren't already confirmed. And of course, stick around on the channel because I'm going to be reviewing and tuning all of them. So that's it for this pick. Of course, I'll see you next time, and for now, as always, thanks for watching.